All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Now's the time to go ahead and show you the brand new UMIDIGI Note 100 5G. And this is called the 5G because it has a processor that is a good processor, and it is the T765. It is a 5G octa-core processor. So they're very big on that, and this should work very well. So I appreciate them sending this over. This is the unboxing and first impressions of the hardware and some other things. So we're going to get into it. This is the way the box is going to come to you. Make sure that safety seal is there. So this is a different. It's kind of like give me an old school vibe. Some of the older phones that used to come out in the U.S. like this packaging here. One thing I know for sure is probably going to be a power brick in here. Sadly, that's the thing. So the Note 100 series. So that means that there's a series of devices that are going to come with this. So before I crack the seal on this, I've got my blade ready to go. 6.8 inch, 120 hertz display. Yes, you heard that right. 120 hertz display. Again, 5G processor, 7.7 millimeters in thickness. This is a huge win because a lot of phones today are packing big batteries, but they're still kind of on the thick side. So again, 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 20 watt charging on here. Is fast charging, obviously, but the battery on this is probably going to be pretty good because of the processor. Now you've got 256 gigs of RAM total. This one is 128 gigs, and you have up to 12 gigs of RAM, and you can also get 8 gigs and 8 gigs to give you 16 gigs of RAM if you were to get the higher trim. So it does have a 50 megapixel shooter on the back. It's got a fingerprint reader, as you can see here, and face unlock. And then it's got AI face unlock is what they're calling it here. So IP53 rating. That's pretty good. I mean, affordable phones are now getting like very affordable. So let's crack the seal on it. And I'm just gonna show you the device and kind of look it over and see how I feel about it. 7.7 millimeters is thin, you know, but by today's standards, that's just not thin enough. But yeah, it is thin. So take note of that. So this is the very clean packaging. It looks like it comes with a case too, which is really nice. So here's the device. Let's see what else is in here. Well, you look at that, a power brick. You got your quick start guide here and warranty card information. A lot of people don't read this. I'm not gonna sit on the video and tell you that I do, but you can pause and go through that if you want to. In your own setting, that is. You can't pause and read it here because I'm not gonna flip all the pages. You got your Type C. Let's see, what is this? Type C to Type C? Yeah, this is Type C to Type C. Nice little red cable right there. And then you've got, again, 20 watt charging. And you got a nice little power brick here with the Type C on there. So this is going to be very nice. So let's get this all put aside here and let's get to the device. And we're gonna show it to you here. Let's pop this case off real quick. It looks like it comes with a screen protector too. Now this case here isn't like anything fancy. But the fact that it has a case in the box, that's good because a lot of companies do not put a case in the box. This phone has been sitting for a minute because look at all the adhesive there, which is what I hate. But we'll pop that inside of there. Here's the case. It's kind of like got a little frosted look to it, very flimsy and everything. It's a spot for the fingerprint reader there, which is in the power button more than likely because that is open. Typically it wouldn't be open like that if there were fingerprint reader was not in the power button. Then you've got a little safety key over here. They're calling it express key. So you can do a shortcut to anything that you want for convenience. So this is the case. I definitely wouldn't wear that, but let's look at the device itself. Let's peel off. If it comes off, hopefully it comes off right. Here, it's not gonna come off right. I gotta give it a little help. There we go. I wish it was a matte screen protector, but it's not. It's this. So there you go. That adhesive is gonna. I gotta hurry and clean that off. It's gonna really annoy me. But let's get the power button right here. It should start to power on. You got a strong vibration. There's the UMIDIGI Android logo. You got your volume rocker, and then here is that express key, and your SIM tray is on the top here. You've got a front-facing camera. I like that this already comes with a case and a screen protector because some of these phones, there's not a lot of accessories in the US, and it's nice that they put it in there. And this is going to be a really thick, nice thick screen protector too, I can tell. You got a headphone jack on the top. That right there gets points because sometimes if you're traveling, you want to plug in. That is a huge plus. So yeah, that is good. Then you got Type-C, speaker out, and mic down there. And don't forget there's a mic up top as well. And then coming along to the back here, you can see the 50 megapixel shooter here. Got some 5G branding. And again, a bunch of nasty adhesive that I will clean off in the UMIDIGI logo. So let me get signed into this, take a look at the software with you in just a second, and then we'll get out of here. And then I'll use it for a little bit and come back later with the review. So first, let's get this thing set up, or logged in at least, so I can show you the software. All right, guys, so this is what it's going to look like when you first get it out of the packaging and you get set up. This is the initial screen that you are going to come to. This is what it looks like. Now, you're probably looking at this wallpaper saying, well, that looks familiar. Well, it does look familiar. So I didn't actually, this time I didn't actually change any settings. I just kind of wanted to see what it would be like coming out of the box and if there's any kind of bloatware or anything like that in there. Normally I go straight in and change it to dark mode, but I didn't this time. So this is what the top menu looks like here. That is full brightness right there. That's full brightness. So maybe I'll dumb it down just a little bit, just to see if it'll look better for you. Looking on camera, kind of looks the same. Let's brighten it up a little bit so I can get a better view of it. All right, so this is the settings menu right here. This is the notification center, I should say. This is what it looks like. And then we'll go ahead and go into the settings real brief here. And this is what it looks like. So you've got your network and hotspot and everything. You got your SIM, internet. I haven't even turned on the navigation. You guys know how I feel about the navigation. So connected devices, you've got Bluetooth. Doesn't look like there's any NFC. So you got your styles here. Now this was pretty interesting. Again, this is an Android device, an updated Android device. So that way you can see here exactly what you're getting into. So these are like different themes here that you can kind of go through to change it right away. You can see everything changing up there. Yeah. So you got themed icons. There you go. You can see what it looks like. There we go. Now, personally, I don't really like the icons themed on this one for some reason. I don't know why, I just don't. But yeah, let's get back into settings here. That's the wallpaper and style. Now the display here, you got adaptive brightness. You can turn on. I did change that to 10 minutes because it was going to time out. So let's turn on dark mode and let's see what dark mode is working with. That's dark mode. You got your display size and everything. Bold font, which I typically always do. You even have high contrast if you want to. Gives it a very punchy, vivid look to it. You can see how it looks when you're changing. It gives it like a different look. So that's that. And you got night light, colors and contrast, video display enhancement. Definitely would like to turn that on because look, everything it's available for. So turning it on and off, you can see it kind of goes a little flat, but it gets very vivid and punchy right there. The purples really come to life in that right there. SDR to HDR enhancement, of course. Why wouldn't you want to turn that on? Eye protection, auto rotate screen, auto refresh rate. Here we go. So we want to put this to 120 because it goes from 60 to 90 to 120. So just put it on 120. You're going to thank yourself for it. Later on, you'll get used to that and then you'll understand why you like it that way. So the smoothness of the display is really nice. Then you got your sound and vibrate and display and everything in here. Decent speaker for ringtones and things like that. It should be okay. Nothing fancy in here, just pretty much the basic sound and notification things in here. And you got your apps. Same thing in basic Android. I'm just kind of running through here for you. Security and privacy. Same thing that we all know would be in there. Battery percentage. Now the battery percentage is inside of the battery. I don't like that. On some phones, if it's big enough, I can do it. But if the icons up there aren't that big, it just doesn't look right to me. And then again, you got your storage. This is a 128 gig version, and of that, 11 gigs is used without me doing anything. The system is only holding 9.6, and the apps are 1.3. That's phenomenal. That's really good. It's not using up a lot of storage. So you got 117 gigs available. Then you got this express key here. So long press is do not disturb. Double press is open camera. Those are obviously by default. I didn't set those, but that is what it's looking like there. Then you got smart assistants. And here we go, navigation bar. You can see here, You can turn that on, which is gonna drop down there. You can hide it away, and you got all these different kinds that you can do here. That is definitely old school. Now here's where I like to stay right here, take away the navigation buttons and actually use the swipe gesture. I remember when that first got launched, I did not like it. It just takes time to get used to it. You got screen record, recording navigation, operational feedback, record time, never. You can set it though if you need to. And then you got your gesture controls, emergency rescue, obviously, you know what that is. Gesture controls, 3-finger screenshot. It's only one in there. There you go. Yeah, nothing. That's it. That's your smart assistant. Memory expansion, you can go here. You can set it all the way to 6, which I definitely recommend that you do. Get all the, because what that does is that pulls from the available storage that is available to you. So if you have a bunch of storage available, you might as well use it for extended RAM. I really suggest turn that on. Sometimes if the storage unit they're using isn't strong enough, it can make the phone a little laggy. But with phones, I just turn it on nowadays because most internals on devices and processors are really, really strong, and they're able to handle it. So that's not really ever an issue to me when it comes to that. So this is rebooting here, but overall, you know, this software is what we thought it was. I tried to get a lot of adhesive off. I kind of destroyed it even more, but nonetheless, there we go. It's back on. That was pretty quick. Phone feels good in the hand. Nothing major to say about that. So let's go back into settings and finish up. Schedule power on, smart controls. You can do this smart wake up, pick up the device and double press anywhere to start the screen. That's actually lift to check phone. That's actually pretty good. Smart motions. Now this is something that I definitely would not use, but it is definitely an option. It is up to you. You got pocket mode is always good. Disabled, touch disabled, prevent. You want things like this. Smart bail automatically maximum. Yeah, when you got it in your pocket. Power saving on Wi-Fi. That's another good one that you could possibly do too. So some of these things are very useful if you need them to be. And you got all the other basics in here that are in here. Let's see what software I'm actually running here. Android 14. Yeah. So very nice. Very nice. Oh, does that say system update available? It does. Why it needs your phone number to make calls, I don't know. But there it is, folks. That's a look at the software. So let's get in here. Let's see if we can change this home screen setting to give it an app tray. We can. The drawer right there. Now you've got a drawer. So bloatware wise, I don't see really anything in here. This is a stock Android experience. So this is a good thing. It's a good thing. I got their services right there, but that probably won't work in the US. So yeah, pretty much stock Android experience. And then you got your shelf over here too, or your Google Feed on the side here. When you sign in, you'll see that. Overall, folks, decent device, very affordable. Look inside the cameras real quick here. Now the cameras are gonna be, well, see, yeah, I don't like that you can't, I don't understand why the camera would need to, I don't understand that. Why would the camera need to make phone calls? I don't get it. I don't understand that. Your camera also doesn't need access to the location, so you can deny that, but phone calls, I'll never understand that. So you got your 1X, 2X, and 3X. With all these cameras up here, there's no ultra wide, so it only goes in with the zoom. Yeah. Then you got your video capture. Obviously, let's see what the video capture does here. What's the most I can capture? 4K 30. Okay, that's pretty good. That processor can handle it. Then you got your 50 megapixel shots right there. Pan, portrait shots, portrait HDR too, so that's pretty good. f0.9 all the way up to f16. That's gonna be pretty nice to check out. Night mode, and you got a few things here: macro, pro, and time lapse, and QR. So overall, little laggy at first. I'm sure once it settles in and things get to the normal settings, so like the phone starts to run more and I use it, it should settle out and settle down and should start to get that normal flow that we all love. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed first impressions of the UMIDIGI Note 105G. Pretty good looking device and an affordable price. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.